Hi, everybody. My name's Trent. I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us today for our 5 phases of a digital transformation webinar. So today we're going to be exploring the process of going from a paper-based form to a digital platform. This transformation helps your team work faster, gather better information, and make more informed decisions. So let's get started. So at a high level today, I'm going to walk you through the importance of digitally transforming your business's forms and processing, the important steps involved, as well as best practices for implementation and how GoFormz can help your business grow. So at the start, why does digitally transforming your workplace matter? Well, many businesses still use analog tools like paper forms, clipboards, and filing cabinets to collect and store all of their data. This leads to many errors, lost paperwork, and processing delays, and so much more. So to avoid these kinds of problems, it's important to digitally transform your slow manual tools so your business can keep up with competition and even gain a competitive advantage. So this process begins by replacing your paper forms with digital versions. As you can see in this quote from MuleSoft, replacing paper forms is a priority for many businesses, with 82% of IT decision makers cite going paperless as one of their top digital initiatives. So let's get started into phase one. So the first step in your digital transformation is to actually digitize and enhance your existing paper forms. So what does that exactly mean? Well, many businesses like your own have paper forms their teams have been using for years, sometimes even decades. Because of this, rather than having to build a mobile app from scratch, it's easier to find a solution that will preserve the look and feel of your paper-based forms. Using these digital forms that look exactly like your old paper forms makes it easier to collect data out in the field because your end users are already familiar with the ins and outs and how your forms actually work. So some of the benefits of a mobile form, and once you've actually digitized your forms, is you can anticipate immediate benefits, like no longer needing to physically hand in documents, which is going to help reduce delays throughout your team. With these more accurate totals, thanks to features like automatic calculations that you can add onto your forms fields. And with improved record keeping and faster document retrieval, you can actually access your forms at any time and anywhere. And eliminating the need to re-enter your form information into multiple systems actually is going to save you a lot of time and reduce administrative work. So moving on, an added perk of having these digital forms is the immediate reduction in administrative work, which means that you and your team are going to benefit from efficiencies and time savings. With these improvements that help operation-wide efficiencies, it's going to go to quick user adoptions because the mobile forms are familiar and easy to use to the end users. And with efficient operations from field to office, the data input in your now mobile forms is instantly available for processing. So you no longer need to wait for hand delivery because the data is routed to your colleagues and other apps in real time. And with these high levels of cost savings, there's no more wasted budget on your drivers having to hand deliver these forms or filing and processing. And with these automations, it's actually going to reduce delays and improve your responsiveness amongst your teams. So now I'm going to actually jump into some of the new data types you're able to include. So with these mobile forms, the digital data is going to allow your users to add new data types that paper forms just couldn't include. So for an example, you're able to include images, sketches, maps, and barcodes straight from your device. These new data types is going to bring visual context to your collected data. So for an example, consider capturing job site hazards using mobile forms versus a paper-based form. With your mobile forms, users can rapidly include images in addition to descriptions of hazards, providing some of the upper management further information about the situation at hand. And with these new visual data types that are submitted in real time, this results in an increased job site transparency and further insights on that specific job. So actually one of our customers, Millennium Nursery, benefited from these new they described in this quote below. So their customers ended up loving being able to submit pictures and comments, which they were able to see on the forms itself. So the digital advantages continue as you start implementing additional features to help streamline your data. So you can easily decrease human error with automated calculations and added business logic. You can also expedite and simplify the data you capture through dynamic field properties. And with these automations and triggered events, it's actually going to help reduce delays and improve responsiveness. So you're never gonna have to struggle with incomplete forms because you can actually enforce the logic which fields must be filled out each and every time. And being able to work offline allows your team to work anywhere at any time. So let's jump right into phase 2. So the next step in your digital journey is to configure and actually optimize your workflows that correspond to your now digital forms. Your automated workflows is going to ensure that your business's rules are followed properly while also expediting and refining the completion of daily tasks. So an example of this would be that the end user were instructed to actually email copies of their completed forms to their supervisor. With the automated workflow, you can ensure that this task is always instantly completed. And with these automated workflows, you can actually encourage productivity amongst your team by helping them complete project and task in a more timely manner. So next, let's discuss how you can further optimize your current workflows. So as you begin using your digital forms, you're going to encounter areas of workflow and form level automation that can be even further refined, like automated calculations, which can be used to further streamline data entry by rapidly completing calculations. This is going to actually improve your completion time and the actual data accuracy. So also we have things like dynamic field properties. This is going to actually help guide the user input by allowing for modification of a field's look and behavior in response to specific data inputted into that specific field. And as form administrators, you can better guide users and avoid opportunities for error and negligence. So for an example of this would be by embedding an if and then like logic within your form, your business workflow steps can be more consistently reinforced. All right, so let's jump into phase 3 here. So a very common and problematic issue with using paper forms is that they result in isolated data. By using mobile forms, your gathered data can be seamlessly routed in real time to other critical business applications and even to other digital documents. So once you've actually structured your mobile forms and accompanying workflows, it's time to start identifying other platforms that would actually benefit from your data collected on your mobile forms. So the data that you actually capture within your mobile forms can instantly be routed to CRMs like a Salesforce, HR application, and so much more, with no need for rekeying, scanning, faxing, or filing those documents away again. And the data from your other business applications can also be passed back to your mobile forms, allowing users to dispatch forms pre-filled with relevant data. So let's jump into phase 4. So with your mobile forms actually completed, workflows configured, and integrations ready to rock, it's time to your digital solution to a broader selection of users. Because your new mobile forms look exactly like your original paper forms, user onboarding can be completed more quickly and simply, thanks to a very familiar look and feel of how these mobile forms are going to work. So when you're actually searching for a mobile form solution and planning your onboarding, keep in mind the devices users may be using. You want to ensure that your mobile forms platform provides a viewing mode optimized for all screen sizes, while also keeping in mind any need for offline capabilities for remote job sites and those who do not wish to rely on a data carrier. So with your digital forms, they actually provide opportunities for increased collaboration by embedding logic, which actually is going to reduce opportunities for redundancy and improve communication across your teams and departments. So next, with the mass adoption of your actual mobile forms throughout your operation, your business's record keeping can be significantly optimized. This is made possible because mobile forms reduce the physical resources necessary to run a business. So for an example, digitizing your documents removes the need for paper forms, physical storage, and paper-related tools, like all those staplers, folders, filing cabinets, and so much more that you guys are using. And using a cloud storage actually allows for a faster form recall, making all of your forms searchable and accessible anywhere you and your team are. And with your operations widespread adoption of mobile forms, your project and approvals can be completed faster without actually sacrificing any accuracy or professionalism. So in this quote from a concrete producer, SiteMix, it's going to be a perfect example of what cloud storage can help for your operation accomplish. They've actually saved 50 to 75 hours a month on administrative work that has been used from their guys out in the office. Next, let's move on to phase 5. So all of this instantaneous data means real-time results and reporting. With more compelling and meaningful insights, your business can be making impactful, informed decisions. This real-time data analysis allows for instant action and rapid identification of operational opportunities or obstacles. leading to your business's agility in the marketplace. You can run and schedule reports on this real-time data, and which you can easily share with key players in your company. And in this final quote, we hear about an incredible opportunity Avanti achieved through more precise and timely analysis. It's been invaluable for their business, as one of their global directors described. So you must be thinking at the beginning of your digital transformation, it may feel daunting at first, but it's going to be the first and most important step towards optimizing your operation in a rapidly evolving business world. With powerful tools like GoFormz, we make it easy to digitize your forms and their accompanying workflows for use on your phones, tablets, and computers. So this is how easy it is to start with GoFormz. You're going to upload a JPEG or a PDF of your form onto your computer. You're going to start dragging and dropping all the smart fields to then make it a fillable form. You're going to save that form and download the GoFormz app to your device. And then you'll be able to start filling out and completing fillable forms as you go.